Okay, so I've mixed up a little bit more of this navy blue because I was sort of running out a little bit there. So I'm just going to drop that back in against these dark edges. It probably needs to be a little bit darker than that to match what I've mixed there before. Okay, so I'm just popping that back in, and now I'm going to put in the kind of cobalty blue at the bottom. I think that's quite nice because it sort of bleeds into this. There's some areas here which could do with a little bit of dark tone, just so that we can pop in the greens, and I might just try and mix up some greens as well for this second stage. Just getting the basics of blocking in the colour. That one, let's have a look, that one sort of sits next to it, doesn't it? That one there, so it's kind of a jumble of leaves. Let's just pop some of them in, and then what I'm going to do, yeah, is just get this cobalt in. So I was trying to like wash off my brush a little bit here. So I'm just going to have a go at this straight from the tube because it's really, really quite nice. So let's just have a little look at it. I mean, it is going to be zingy, but I actually quite like that. And it is very strong. I mean, this, I think when I bought it, it actually said this fabric was Cobalt Hessian. So what we could do is we could work into this with some different textures over the top with darker tones, but almost have this as your base colour that's going to come zinging through. Now, quite a lot of painters will prime a canvas or cover a canvas completely in a really strong colour, like a strong pink or a blue, and then work over it in whites and darker colours so that you've got glimpses of that coming through. What's really interesting as well is, you know, this approach in terms of layering up paintings and perhaps going over paintings that you don't like anymore. I mean, it could be that, you know, you don't like a painting. I've done one on a canvas there which I've just primed over, which I'd done as a demo, and actually the brush marks that you get from the thicker paint underneath, even if you completely emulsioned over the canvas again and re-prepared it back to white, having these glimpses of another colour is sometimes what you want. Because I've got a friend who paints big paintings, and she said they take her about 3 months, and she said, you know, sometimes the original painting that she started out with has completely disappeared, and it's not even visible underneath, but there are sort of touches of the colours that she started out with. There we go, just blot that in. Okay, so just mixing up this kind of olive green. I think that greyish tone that we can get, we're using this colour here, which is Cerulean Blue, with the yellow. You get some kind of greyish greens using that. So I'd need a bit more yellow on here, and I think possibly a touch of black to just drop that back. Actually, the black and the green, black and the yellow has sort of created it much better than that. Just drop in a bit of that. That's pretty much it. That's what we wanted. Okay, so let's pop it in. Bringing across a bit of tone here. It needs to be more yellowy, this, I think. I've lost a bit of that yellowness by putting that white in there to balance it out a bit. Slightly better, it's probably a bit too pale. It can help to mix it on the paper itself, or the canvas. Get that softness, these touches of yellow, because we're sort of losing them over mixing it a bit. I'm just wondering whether to put these lines in and we can work into them a bit more using the lighter tones, and almost then work into them with a smaller brush. Let's get these ellipses in. For the moment we're just blocking it in. Okay, that's about stage 2. I think I might just put in that black of the pot there. I know it's probably final touches putting the black in, but I think it will really help me when I'm painting the rose to pop in the black background. So let's bring it in with this kind of greenish colour and make it just a very dark kind of mucky greeny blue, because I really do dislike using colours straight from the tube, and black would be one of them. So let's do it with a sort of dark, very dark grey. So I've got that to work again when we put the rose in. And look at those negative spaces there. And that bit around there, that leaf is very, very dark as well, so let's just pop that in. Keep it super dark. Get these darkest tones in to work against. There we go. I think that's probably it for stage 2, to put that darker tone in there, because it's a nice sort of greenish grey, which is exactly what's inside there. Let's just look over it before we stop, just to see if there's any more of those greenish greys that we could pop in. I think that's actually quite good to put the edge of that in like that a bit, but I think I will come back into this with a smaller brush. There we go, because it's really dark on that side. That's it. Okay.